Got a quick video for you today. I'm going to talk about my top 3 automations for my real estate business. And if you stick around for the end of this video, I might even have a surprise 4th automation. We'll see if it makes the list. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to share is not a secret. A lot of agents know of this one. We're talking about Zapier. Zapier. So I don't know, it's one of the two. You create a Zap, okay? Now, the premise of Zapier, and I want to kind of walk you through how this works. Imagine you have a CRM, like Follow Up Boss, which is what I use, that has your entire list of contacts and all of their emails, right? So that is kind of like your digital Rolodex. But imagine you also want to be able to blast email newsletters to them in something like MailChimp that's really good at sending out beautifully branded newsletters, and it gives you really great analytics for that too. Well, Zap is a automation that actually connects the two. Now, here's how I use this in this example. This is why I love Zap. So when I have this set up, anytime I import a lead into Follow Up Boss or add a new contact, I have a Zap set up automatically to tell MailChimp to import that lead and place them in the right email newsletter list, so I don't have to be automatically adding contacts to every single system that I use. How cool is that? And so we actually use Zap in a lot of different places in our business. We did the same kind of workflow for Calendly to Follow Up Boss. It integrates with a lot of different technology tools that you might already use in your business. And it seems like the opportunities are endless. And setting it up is actually as simple as just going to Zapier.com. You create a new Zap and you go through a little questionnaire and it sets it up for you automatically. It's so cool. So anytime you're trying to get 2 systems to talk well to each other, I always recommend Zapier. Zaps. So I mentioned Calendly, and that's going to be my second favorite automation tool for you today. I love Calendly so much for lead generation. Okay, so I have a couple of different tools in my belt to make sure that I can generate leads depending on what I'm doing. I have a lot of different landing pages that I can use. I have a home search site where leads can register in order to continue looking at homes, like, that whole thing. But where I am now sending all of the traffic in my business, regardless of where they're coming from, whether it's a YouTube lead, a TikTok lead, an Instagram lead, or a direct referral from my database. Anyone who comes in, the first thing I'm doing is sending them to Calendly. They either find their way there automatically, or I send them that link directly and say, hey, thanks so much for reaching out. I cannot wait to hear more about your story. Book a time with me here that's convenient. Our calendars will sync up and we can hop on a call and connect further. What Calendly allows you to do is create an event for free. They do have a free account, right? So you can set this up for free again, and you can set up a type of an appointment that somebody can book with you. You get to set your availability during specific hours, which I recommend you do, and you can change that anytime as well. You can have all the details for how that booking will look, and then you can even include a questionnaire that the individual needs to go through in order to complete their appointment, which I also recommend doing. Now, if you are trying to use this as a way to generate YouTube leads or Instagram leads, for example, just make sure that you're removing as much friction from this process as possible. And now what I mean by that is if you are creating a 10-step questionnaire on Calendly for them to fill out, don't you dare put open spaces in the responses for your questions that you set for them where they have to type in. For example, if you can put in a little question on Calendly that says, tell me about what kind of home you're looking for. Like if it's just an open space and they have to go through and just type a whole bunch for 10 questions, that's way too much friction for somebody to go through to actually set up a booking with you if they're not already totally sold on you yet, like social media leads can be. They can be a little bit colder. So my recommendation, if you're doing this process, go ahead and set the little check boxes, right? Are you looking to buy or sell or both? Click. Are you looking to move now or later? Now, right? Like just kind of make it as quick and easy as possible. It should take that individual no more than 2 minutes to book that time with you. Now, again, going back to number 1, I also have a Zap set up with Calendly and Follow Up Boss. So as soon as a lead is generated on Calendly, boom, it automatically goes into Follow Up Boss, and I have a workflow in Follow Up Boss that automatically positions them and sets up the right campaigns for that individual. So there's already communication going out. It's already on my calendar. Everybody has an expectation of what needs to happen to fulfill that lead's needs. This next one that I have for you is not sponsored. I'm not being given anything to share this automation tool with you, but it is one that I actually really love. I would love to be sponsored by Ylopo in the future, but I don't even need to. I love their products so much, and I've been with Ylopo for about 5 years. They're pretty well known in the industry, but specifically, the automation tool that I want to talk about from Ylopo is their automated texting feature, Rhea. Oh my gosh. I mean, I have used every single AI texting product out there on the market. I've tested them all. Their tech is so good, first of all. Anything that Ylopo does, I'm just a really big fan of. Now, while we do some marketing spend with Ylopo, we don't necessarily close a lot of leads with them because it's not my highest lead conversion source. So like just the way that I've structured my business, I Pareto principle it, right? So I'm not going to put all of my effort into something that isn't going to like be my highest conversion. Obviously, my highest conversion rate is referrals, right? So I'm going to spend the most time on the things that work best for me. But I love having the marketing platform with Ylopo, and we do some Google PPC leads and some Facebook leads, but really what we love Ylopo for is their management of our database. So we do some remarketing to our database. That includes some Facebook ads that really just kind of keep us top of mind to people who are already in our world. And anybody who's engaging with like seller tools like HomeBot or kind of searching around on our site, Rhea will act as our assistant and engage with them. And I honestly love this. Some agents don't want an automated, like an AI texter getting in front of people who know them. I actually don't mind it. And a lot of our clients don't even know when they're not talking to a real person. Like they literally think Rhea, and I don't correct them, but they literally think that Rhea is like part of our team as one of our ISAs or an admin. And they have actual conversations with Rhea. And I just think that it's so helpful to have a little tool humming in the background. So if ever anybody is searching on your website, they're tinkering around, or if they're kind of engaging with things and it seems like they might, be open to receiving some help, it's so nice to have this incredible Rhea AI texting feature to hop in and say, hey, saw you're kind of messing around on the site a little bit. How can I help today? It is so non-salesy. It's so not intrusive. And like people really respond to it. And it's so helpful for me to kind of see hand raisers that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. So there's that. Big cheers for Ylopo. I've been a big proponent of their tech for a long time. Again, I've always been super clear that it's not my highest lead conversion source because I'm just not good at that type of lead. But their tech helps our business in so many other ways, and we utilize all of their tools. I just happen to really love Rhea. I'm a big fan. So I alluded to potentially, if I felt like it, sharing a fourth automation tool for you, and I'm going to do it. So this morning, after I had already finished the video topic that I was going to share with you today, we came across the most incredible automation tool for documenting workflows for delegation. I mean, when we saw this, we were like, Nope. This cannot possibly exist. And I want to do a big shout out to KarenAnn Campbell in Atlanta who shared this with me, who also happens to be a dear friend and somebody who I've had the blessing to work with for many years. But anyways, she knows I'm a freak about automation and workflows, and she shared this tool with me, and I was like, nope, it cannot exist. But by God, it does. Let's talk about Tango, the free Chrome extension. I'm sure at some point they make you pay because they're like, I don't even care. I would pay whatever it took to have this as a tool in my business forever. What Tango does, I get so excited just talking about this. It monitors your screen flow, meaning every click you do after you turn it on, it monitors whatever you're clicking, whatever you're doing, whatever activities you're taking, and it compiles it automatically into a beautifully laid out checklist that you can then send to anybody to share how to conduct a process or how to execute any task. So for example, say you're ready to bring on a transaction coordinator, but they need a little bit of an insight into how you like things being done. Choose any task, any workflow that you want to delegate to this person, carry it out yourself on your computer while you have Tango engaged. It will record all the clicks. It will take the screenshots. It will even articulate step by step exactly what you're doing and transcribe it in a checklist format. And then you can send the link to whoever you need. Imagine creating the SOPs, standard operating procedures, and workflows for your entire business in less than an afternoon, and having an entire library of everything you need to delegate and send to any staff or any admin on your team. Like, how incredible. I can't believe that we get to live in a world where something like this exists. And just so that you know, this is a process that we've always done, but we had to like manually type it all out and take our own screenshots and put it into a Google Doc, which is still fine, but it's so pretty. Like, the way Tango puts it together is stunning and beautiful. And I just cannot believe that we get to live in a world where we get to do this for our business. I think I'm really showing my like true dorkiness side, because like I do get really excited about this stuff. But don't you ever come to me and tell me that I never did anything for you, because I know how challenging it is to onboard new individuals and train staff on how things need to be done. And I know you care so much about the way that things are done in your business, and you want everything to be reflective of the service, the high level of service that you carry out. Tango's got you covered. Like, how cool is that? I'm just so excited about it. Okay, that's enough for that. I could talk about my favorite automation tools forever, but these are the ones that have me really excited right now. So when I'm working with agents on how to figure out which one of these are right for their business, it really requires like an individualized approach. And for me to like open up the hood of the car, roll up my sleeves, and get in there with them to figure out where we need to be plugging these in. So if you're looking at your business and you're like, I have way too much redundancy, I'm just winging it, I'm flying by the seat of my pants, like there's just way too much busy work, then let's talk, because this is the work that we do every single week in the Market Authority Academy. And I'm working with agents of all experience levels in order to help get them to where they need to be. All the details to book a time with me are below. Let's talk about it. Let's nerd out together, or at least just let me do the nerding out for you and get you to a place of moving through your day with ease and being more profitable than ever. And hey, I know you are going to do me a solid here and hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon, because I have just saved you so much time with these automation tools. I hope that you use one or two, but if you really enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit subscribe so that we can not only stay in touch, you and I, but also so that you can help this channel help other agents who need to get access to these tools and resources in order to move their businesses forward. Because I truly believe that the more that we are all able to rise together, this industry is going to do incredible things and create great impact for our communities, which is job security. Okay, so if you are down with me to help me on that mission, I'd greatly appreciate that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Till next time, keep on crushing it.